This photo was taken when Bruce Lee was not looking at the camera. In fact, he wasn't looking at anyone. At first glance, the image seems ordinary. His posture is familiar. His face is calm. His eyes are clear. But there is something unusual in this frame, an expression Bruce Lee rarely carried throughout his life. Fatigue. Not the fatigue of a man leaving a film set. This is the fatigue of someone whose mind has been exhausted, not his body. When this photo was taken, Bruce Lee was at the peak of his career. His films were breaking records and he was redefining the world of martial arts. To the public, he was strong, untouchable, limitless. But this image tells a different story, because during that time Bruce Lee was alone. Those close to him said he struggled to sleep at night. He would stare at a single point for hours. He repeated the same movements over and over again. But this was not training. It was an attempt to escape something replaying inside his mind. Bruce Lee understood his body better than anyone. But lately, his body had begun to betray him. The headaches grew worse. He experienced moments of imbalance. Sometimes, while speaking, he would pause, struggling to gather his words. He told no one, because he had to appear strong. This photo emerged from that silence. Standing in front of the camera, he wore a mask, but his eyes could not carry it. There was awareness in his gaze, as if he sensed something approaching, something he couldn't name, but couldn't escape. People who were around Bruce Lee at the time said he deliberately distanced himself from others. He stopped answering phone calls. He arrived on set early and left late. He chose to be alone, because even in crowds, he felt isolated. This photograph feels like proof of that isolation. The light touches his face, but inside there is darkness. He appears strong, yet something inside him is cracked. For Bruce Lee, the hardest thing was confronting the limits of his own body. For a man who had spent his life breaking limits, this was unacceptable. But the Bruce Lee in this photo does not deny it. He seems to accept it. Perhaps that is why this image feels unsettling, because there is no legend here. There is a human being. Not long after this photo was taken, Bruce Lee withdrew even further. He canceled plans. He stepped away from certain projects. People assumed it was exhaustion, but that was only what could be seen. If you look closely at this image, you feel something resembling a farewell, not an open goodbye, more like a quiet, internal acceptance, as if he knew something was coming to an end, but chose not to speak of it. In this photograph, Bruce Lee is not looking toward the future. He is not looking at the past. He seems to be holding on only to the present moment. And perhaps the darkest truth of all is this. This photo was not forgotten because Bruce Lee was strong, but because he was vulnerable. Because legends are never remembered for their weak moments. But the truth sometimes hides inside a single frame. This is just one of Bruce Lee's unknown moments. And this photograph may be quietly whispering a final, untold truth.